This is a statement piece. You do not get one of these unless you are looking to show it off at your house. This is the Bowers & Wilkins Zeppelin Pro. At 14.6 pounds, the Bowers & Wilkins is quite heavy, and notice how wide it is. It's really not something you could just casually put anywhere, so you've got to find just the right spot for it. My first thought was maybe I should put it in front of the TV, but it's really not a sound bar, so you can't do that. So then I thought, well, maybe the fireplace. Ugh. It's just about right, and just ignore that there are switches up there. If you've never heard about Bowers & Wilkins before, well, don't let the kind of rather plain typeface in their logo turn you off. While they do make contemporary speakers, they also make very odd and unusual artistic shapes, all the way from the D60, the Pregnant Penguin, up to the Nautilus, which is a custom speaker that takes apparently 3 days to polish in their factory per speaker. Maybe something like the Zeppelin here could be a wonderful piece in your house that's a little bit more affordable, but also still makes a very striking visual statement. By the way, Bowers & Wilkins is just loaning this to me for 60 days to look at. So if you really want to help the channel, you can subscribe. That's probably the best thing you can do. Also, leave a comment. That's a goldmine of just loose and fast information about this and other things. Like any good luxury product, Bowers & Wilkins has the wrapping down to a T. The incredibly large box that this comes in builds tension and suspense before you're greeted with the beautiful, beautiful baby Pro Zeppelin free from foam. Specs-wise, this is a standard plug-in speaker. Once you set it somewhere, you're supposed to just leave it there. They used to have the Amazon Echo device in these that you could talk to, but they got rid of that with this edition because who needs to talk to their speaker anymore when you have someone else hopefully in your life that you can talk to? Me and Ozzy are still single, ladies. There's always been 5 drivers in it, from the subwoofer to the mid-range to the tweeters, but the new thing about this one is the tweeters are actually titanium now, which is supposed to sound a little bit better. And from my impressions, yeah, it did sound a little bit better. Would I know? No, I would have no idea if I was just listening to it. It also has this beautiful amber light underneath that you can adjust in the app to whatever color you prefer. It's got that subtle undercurve to it and it reflects off the aluminum. It's just a little bit more slick looking than your standard light up glowy crazy speaker. I believe this is the 5th iteration of the Zeppelin. They've created these starting in 2007 where you could basically put your iPad with it to link up for high quality audio, but since then they've gotten rid of the iPad dock and now it is basically a Bluetooth 5.0 and Wi-Fi oriented speaker. As far as what you can listen to with the 240 watt Class D amplifier in here, you can listen up to 24-bit audio on a Wi-Fi streaming service like Spotify, or what I'm using is Qobiz, which comes with a 3-month free trial in this thing. And that is really shines. When you're playing hi-fi audio on here, it just sounds a little bit better on this thing than I would argue a normal Bluetooth, SBC, or AAC codec. But what you really want to know is how does this sound compared to other similar devices?
Here comes the complications, and now we're slowly fading. I know what's on your mind, but now it's time to move on. We forgot to say goodbye. There's an ocean deep and wide between you and me, but still I'll be there if you say you will. It is not all said and done, and we can't really run. We're not stuck and we're not free. I wonder if we'll ever be. And it's dangerous as it is. We couldn't wait for the first kiss. Here comes the complications, and now we're slowly fading. I know.
So what do I like about this Bowers & Wilkins Zeppelin Pro? Well, I love the shape of it. I love how absolutely insane it is and how heavy it is. It's quite the statement piece. And if you invite friends over to your house, no doubt they're gonna see something like this and be like, that guy's really into audio, or he just likes really crazy objects in his house. It took me a few days, honestly, to get used to the sound. At first, I kind of thought it sounded a little muted and boxy, but that really was just my ears kind of adjusting from my stereo computer speaker monitors to this thing. Will this give you great stereo separation because of how widespread the drivers are in it? No, not necessarily, but it will give you a little bit more than most of your normal offerings in this size. It definitely has room-filling tone. I don't think you'd be disappointed putting this in your house. But ultimately, who do I think this is for? I think this is for people who really are fans of Bowers & Wilkins, appreciate the styling and the quality they've known to love about the brand. And this is a more accessible way to get into it, kind of on an entry level, to express your love for the styling. And stylish it is. So I can't wait to see what else Bowers & Wilkins comes up with eventually on the road here and what kind of unique offerings they have. If you made it to the end of this video, you get a little Bowers & Wilkins plain text star for making it to the end. So let me know in the comments if you made it here, and let me know what you think about Bowers & Wilkins. Have you heard of it? Are you new to it? Let's have a little discussion. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for being here. Bye.